Hi everyone, are you ready for tonight's stories? Are you snuggled warm in your beds? I hope so. I found 2 stories tonight and both of them are about polar bears. And this one is, do you remember the story of Goldilocks and the 3 bears? This is kind of like that, only it's like an Eskimo version of that story. And I've never read it before now. So let's read it together. It's called The 3 Snow Bears. See the Eskimo? Come back, Aluki shouted as her huskies floated out to sea. Oh no! She knew that although an ice floe is a good place to fish, it is a bad place to lose a dog team. Not far away, a snow bear family had just started to eat their breakfast, but it was way too hot for Baby Bear. See, they're floating away on the ice. Owie, yelled Baby Bear. My breakfast burned my mouth. We'll go for a stroll and let the soup cool, Mama Bear said.
What, Mama Bear?
Mm-hmm. See, he burned his tongue. He's got his tongue sticking out. Aluki was running along looking for her dogs when she came upon the biggest igloo she had ever seen. Who lives here, she wondered. Those are beautiful igloos. Aluki ducked inside. Right away, she smelled something delicious. Across the room, she saw a big bowl, a middle-sized bowl, and a small bowl. Surely the good smell was coming from the 3 bowls. Aluki took a sip from the biggest bowl. Ow! She cried out. Too hot. She took a sip from the middle-sized bowl. Ew, too cold. She tipped up the littlest bowl and drank every drop. She said, not too hot or too cold. In the next room, Aluki spotted 3 pairs of beautiful boots standing in a row. She put on the biggest boot. Too big, she said. She put on the middle-sized boot. Too fancy, she said. She put on the littlest pair. Just right, she said, wiggling her toes in the soft fur lining. Those are really pretty boots.
Yeah. These ones are too.
Those are the fancy ones. Those are the mama bears. Aluki walked into the last room and found a long sleeping bench piled high with fur covers. Heat from an oil lamp warmed her cheeks and made her sleepy. Time for a nap, she thought. She crawled under the highest mound of covers. Too lumpy, she grumbled. She tried the middle bed with a furry fringe cover, but sank down so far that she could hardly breathe. Too soft, she said. She rolled over into the smallest sleeping place. The furry blanket was cozy and warm, and the pillow was just her size. Just right, Aluki murmured, and was asleep before she could take her boots off. If Aluki hadn't fallen fast asleep, she might have heard her dogs barking happily. Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear had spotted them adrift in the strong current and gone out to save them. The Snow Bear family was pushing Aluki's dog team back toward their igloo and safety. Well, that was nice. Look at it. They got in the water and swam and pushed the ice back.
Yeah.
Papa Bear crawled into the igloo and saw his big bowl sitting in a pool of spilled soup. Someone has been tasting my soup, he roared. Mama Bear rushed in and saw that her soup had been sloshed around too. Someone has been sipping my soup, she growled. Someone found my soup, sputtered Baby Bear in her high, squeaky voice, and they ate it all up. Papa Bear ran into the next room and saw his boots in the middle of the floor. Someone has been trying on my boots, he boomed in his big bear voice. Mama Bear put on her fancy boots. Someone has had these boots on, she huffed, and the fur is all bunched up. Baby Bear saw that her boots had disappeared. Someone has taken my boots and left behind these not as good ones, she wailed. The bears ran into their bedroom. Someone has been sleeping in my bed, Papa Bear bellowed. Someone has been sleeping in my bed too, Mama Bear cried. Baby Bear peeked at her little bed and squeaked, someone has been sleeping in my bed, and here she is. Look at her sleeping.
Yeah.
Aluki opened her eyes and saw 3 bear noses only inches away. That'd be scary. They don't look very happy. She hopped out of bed and dove between Papa Bear's huge, furry legs. She escaped. Quicker than a seal, Aluki ran from room to room until she burst outside. Her huskies bounced around, barking and smiling their doggy grins. Aluki and her dogs flew over the frozen ice, dodging ridges and cracks. She looked back to wave a thank you to the snow bears. She couldn't see them, but she heard a big gruff voice, a middle-sized voice, and a high squeaky voice calling to her.
She kept the boots on.
Oh, yeah, she did. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. They're not mad after all. They said goodbye, and they saved their dogs. Right?
Yeah.
But Baby Bear lost his boots. That's too bad. Here's the other book about polar bears. It's called Big Bear, Little Bear. Polar bears are so pretty, I think.
That's the baby.
That's the baby. One bright, cold morning, Little Bear helped Mother Bear scoop snow out of their den. This will make more room for you to play, said Mother Bear. You're getting bigger now. I want to be as big as you when I'm grown up, said Little Bear. He stretched up his arms and made himself as big as he could. Mother Bear stretched to the sky. You'll have to eat and eat to be as big as I am, she said. When I'm big, I'll wrestle you in the snow, said Little Bear. He loved wrestling in the snow. You're not big enough to wrestle me yet, said Mother Bear, laughing. She rolled Little Bear over and over in the soft snow, and Little Bear giggled. Little Bear shook the snow from his fur. When I'm grown up, I want to run as fast as you, Mother, he said. You'll have to run lots and lots if you want to be as fast as I am, said Mother Bear. Little Bear darted away and ran as fast as he could, but his mother soon caught up with him. Run faster, she called. I can't, said Little Bear. I'm not grown up yet. Oh, I gotta turn the book. Can you see it, Daisy?
Yeah.
I'll show you what it's like to be grown up, said Mother Bear. Climb onto my shoulders. When Little Bear stood on his mother's shoulders, he could see to the end of the world, and when he reached up his hands, he could nearly touch the sky. Now you are big, said Mother Bear. Look at that. Let's run, cried Mother Bear, and she ran faster and faster. Little Bear felt the wind rushing against his face and blowing his ears back. This is how I'll run when I'm grown up, he shouted. Suddenly, Mother Bear leapt into the air. Little Bear saw the world rushing under him. I'm flying like a bird, he shouted. Then he saw where they were going to land. Splash! Mother Bear dived into the cold water and swam along with Little Bear on her back. This is how you'll swim when you're grown up, she said. Little Bear watched his mother carefully so he would know what to do next time. I'll soon be able to swim like that, he told himself. Mother Bear climbed out of the water with Little Bear still clinging tightly to her back. Will I really be as big as you when I'm grown up? Asked Little Bear. Yes, you will, said his mother, but I don't want you to grow up yet. Why not? Asked Little Bear. You won't be able to sit on my shoulders when you're grown up, said Mother Bear as she carried Little Bear back to their snow den. Little Bear was tired after wrestling, running, flying, and swimming. You can still cuddle me when I'm grown up, he said sleepily. But Mother, he whispered, I don't want to grow up yet. That's good, said Mother Bear, holding him close, because you're perfect, just the way you are. Little Bear nestled into his mother's soft fur, and they went to sleep together in their snug den in the snow. That's cute. Oh, tonight we're starting the New Testament. Remember I told you that the Bible has two parts, an Old Testament and a New Testament. And the New Testament is when we start to learn about Jesus, when Jesus is born. Here is a children's hymn or a song. Tell me the stories of Jesus I love to hear, things I would ask him to tell me if he were here. Scenes by the wayside, tales of the sea, stories of Jesus, tell them to me. This is called Baby Jesus. In the little town of Nazareth lived a young woman named Mary. She was looking forward to getting married. One day an angel came to visit her. Don't be afraid, said the angel. God has chosen you for something very special. You are going to have a baby, God's own son. You must call him Jesus. He will bring God's blessings to the world. Mary was very surprised, but she agreed. I will do as God wants, she said. Mary was looking forward to marrying Joseph, but when Joseph heard Mary's news, he was worried. Then an angel spoke to him in a dream. Take care of Mary, said the angel. Her baby is God's own son. He will bring God's blessings to all the world. Joseph was very puzzled, but he said he would take care of Mary. And together they went out to take part in a great counting of people that was being done. So they went to Bethlehem. The town was very busy. The only place to stay was in a room full of animals. And there Mary's baby was born. Mary wrapped him in swaddling clothes. She laid him to sleep in a manger. Out in the fields nearby, shepherds were watching their sheep. An angel appeared. Do not be afraid, said the angel. Tonight in Bethlehem, a baby has been born, God's special king, who will bring God's blessings to the world. Then all the angels sang together for joy. The shepherds went to Bethlehem. They found Mary and the baby just as the angel had said. Far away, wise men saw a special star in the night sky. It is a sign that a new king has been born, they said. We must go and find him. The star led them to the place where Jesus was. They brought him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Mary smiled. The gifts for Jesus were gifts for a king, the king who will bring God's blessings to the world, she said to herself. Good night.